what I'm saying? Playing skill, you did.
Playing skill.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they match up with the second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first time AFC champion Houston Texans taking on yet another AFC team in the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Watson and the Texans heading out for their first possession of Super Bowl 54. A lot of people wondered if Watson would take the leap in year 3. Well, he did, as he's got the Texans in the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Fights loose. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 10-yard line. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist bump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's
here on 3rd.
Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Jones on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Baltimore's offense takes the field again. Charles, they are at 6-2 after that win against New England. 2-game lead over suddenly a resurgent Pittsburgh Steelers team, and they get to see them again the final week of the season. But what does that win over New England tell you about Baltimore's chances in the AFC?
It tells you a lot. The main thing it tells you is that this is a team that's not going to shy away from the spotlight, not going to be intimidated by New England and all their Super Bowls and, you know, what they've done this season. But I really enjoyed watching them post-game, you know, watching how they handled it. Yes, it was a big win, and they didn't downplay that, but they also didn't treat it like it was a Super Bowl either. They know they've got work to do, and they figure they'll have to meet New England again in the playoffs.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Sponge.
From the gun, Jackson out to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 38 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and that is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
Watson on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So more problems here in this 1st quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Check 41.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check.
Now Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson, option right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Ravens push further out in front. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Watson going to give this one to Miller, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as the Ravens push further out in front. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yards. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Jones on the and now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. He can run for it, and he will. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 22. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Rolling to his right. He's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Pushes him over. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Jackson on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Whitney merciless, able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just... There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 43 yards. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it as his guys continue to pour it on. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown. Touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run with Miller. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Jones. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Roberts got it. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his 1st catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On first down, it's Watson. He'll try and run it, and he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third, Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now it's Watson, and it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To throw is Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Throwing again on second down. Watson. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion more.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, this
ball, short ball, that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Give me that ball, defense.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He uncorked and got his man complete. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And it's all over. Just one is left standing.